while at Lee University, I was diagnosed with cancer, had to drop out of school, started doing chemotherapy. The chemotherapy wasn't doing anything. I had a tumor in my neck and I had a tumor in my chest. They took out the one in my neck to do the biopsy, and the one in my chest, they tried to destroy it with chemotherapy. It was resistant. It did not shrink. I got called to go play for a concert with Ron Canoli, and my friend that called me for that said, I called you because when you play tomorrow, God's going to heal you. And that's exactly what he did. Ron Canoli has this song called Whose Report Will You Believe? And in that song, it has a saxophone solo. And before that saxophone solo starts, it's a call and response section. And the first thing that Ron says is, are you healed? And that's where the saxophone solo starts. And that's when I felt the Lord heal me. And during that experience, I really learned what that scripture, his grace is sufficient, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. I lived that because I'm an incredibly thick-headed, determined individual, and I made it 3 months on my own steam before I finally said, okay, Lord, I'm not a quitter, but I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And he said, I'm going to carry you. And he carried me that exact same time before he healed me. One of the really cool things, my sis Dice was asking me about my daughter. So before I started treatment, they told me basically the chemotherapy sterilizes you. This is why your words, what we say, is so important, because out of embarrassment, I actually pronounced a blessing over myself. I told the doctor, if the Lord wants me to have kids, I'll have kids.